I can make up on the sleep that I'm going to be losing tonight, yo. You know, because most of y'all up right now and I want to jump in and do this video and get this live stream in, take some medicine, and talk about the best job that I had when I was locked up in prison, yo. Now, mind you, I've been in prison 3 times, yo. I'm not proud of those times. I've been twice in North Carolina and once in Kentucky. The job I'm going to be talking about right now is when I was locked up in Kentucky, yo, at Kentucky State Reformatory, better known as KSR. I've also been locked up at Castle on the Cumberland, also known as Eddyville, yo, the Max. I've been up in there too. Kept getting in trouble, jacked up my point score when I was up in KSR and got moved to freaking Max, yo. We're going to be talking about that on another time. So let's get some of this medicine in, yo. Man, I appreciate everybody that's been coming by, everybody that's been getting up in that subscription list, yo. Everybody that's been daggone hitting that like button, everybody that's been getting down in that comment section, everybody that's been checking out the playlist and hitting the notification bell. I appreciate you. Let's get some medicine in and talk about the craziest job, the best job, probably one of the best jobs I had when I was in prison, y'all. Hey, let's get medicated. Cheers, y'all. We got the e-nail set up. And we're going to get heavily medicated. Yo, I work the 3rd shift anyway. I can make up for this sleep. That's one thing I did a lot. I put a whole bunch of all-nighters when I was in prison, yo. That's one thing you do. You pull a lot of all-nighters, yo. Huh. Oh, yeah. Cheers, man. We're going to get this in. Man, I hope y'all having a good one. Happy holidays to every single one of y'all. Hanukkah's over for me, but you may be celebrating Christmas, and you may be getting ready to celebrate Kwanzaa, yo. Happy Christmas and happy Kwanzaa to you, I guess. Cheers, yo. Oh. Alright, yo, we're gonna get this in. Oh, so, oh, man, this time I was locked up in Kentucky State Reformatory. And at first, y'all, I really didn't even try to get a job up in there. I just kept getting in trouble all the time, yo. Kept getting in trouble with the guards, kept getting write-ups and everything, kept getting sent to the hole and whatnot, yo. But after a bit, I was like, you know what? I need to get a job, yo. I need to get a job. I need to make some money. I need to get some commissary up here. No one's writing me. The girl I was talking to, yo, she just said F me, yo. It's mighty funny, you know, you have people who act like they're your friends and whatnot, but then get locked up and see who your real friends are. That's how you can really tell who your true friends are, when you get locked up. Anyway, yo, let's move on. So, I finally signed up to get a job up in the kitchen, right? Man, let me tell you what, yo, working in the kitchen was one of the best jobs I ever had up in prison. And I had a couple jobs, yo, for real, for real. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Finally got the job. I remember going in that morning, yo, because that was the shift I worked. I worked the morning shift, so I was one of the ones that came in, opened up the kitchen with the crew. All right, I started off at the bottom though. I started off as a server. All right, I eventually got up the kitchen lead. Yeah, man, I eventually got up the kitchen lead, dog. But we're gonna talk more about that. So anyway, yo, you get paid. Yeah, I think it was $2. I think I got paid $2 for being in the kitchen. I think the $2 jobs was being in the kitchen was a $2 job. Working over in the psychiatric unit was a $2 job. What I mean by you was a watcher in the psychiatric unit. When someone was on suicide watch, you had to go watch them and you had to make sure they didn't kill themselves or hurt themselves. That was what a watcher was. That was your prison job, and you got paid $2 for that job too. I think you got paid $2 also for teaching. I'm not sure, but I know there was a couple more $2 jobs, and that was the highest job. You know, I think it was $2, and then you had like a $1 job, and then a $1.50 a day job. So that's what you got. So working in the kitchen, yo, one of the things that you also got to do was you got to come in early, especially if you work the meal lines, you know, the cook and whatnot. You got to come in early, all right? You got to set up everything. You got extra food. Not only that, yo, for real, if it was your hustle, like for me, yo, it was my hustle to get ingredients for other people like that, you know, like you had cats that wanted extra spices and whatnot. You had people who wanted yeast because they were working out, and yeast would help you blow up. You had cats that wanted extra milk and shit like that. You had cats that wanted all kinds of stuff. So that was my hustle. My hustle was number one, getting ingredients to cats out there, yo, making money off of that, making money off of extra food, you know, extra sausages, extra whatever, extra hot dogs, extra whatever, yo. People would want that, and people will pay you to bring them extra food, you know. So that was my hustle. Here's another thing that really happened that was really crazy, yo. Being able to work in the kitchen, I eventually made it up from working on the line and being a server to being a kitchen lead. And being a kitchen lead, you got to go over to with where I was working at in this prison that I was at in Kentucky called Kentucky State Reformatory. That is where they housed the old people too. It was the hospital wing. So you had the psychiatric wing there, and then you had the old people wing. Basically, is what it was. It was the nursing wing for the old people. So being that I was the kitchen lead, I got to take the food in a cart all the way over to the nursing wing, and I got to hang out with the nurses and shit like that. I got to hang out with the inmates that were over there that was old. I gave them their food and whatnot, and then you had the nurses that would come by and feed the ones that needed to be fed. You feel me? So that's the way that played out. So hey, a lot of people try to say, you know, and I'm not proud of the things that I've done, you know. I'm not proud of the things that got me up in prison because I did a lot of stupid things, yo. And I appreciate everybody that's here right now in this live stream. Let's go on with this. But, hey, you can pretty much get anything you want in prison, yo. Anything. You want cell phones? You can get it. You want drugs, yo? You want some weed up in there, yo? You get it, yo. For real. Anything. You can get it. And you want a girl up in there, yo? You want a woman? You can get it. And being in the job that I was in, working in the nursing wing over there, okay, with the nurses over there, you already know what happened, y'all. I don't need to tell you, but your boy got some. All right, your boy had a couple of relationships with a couple of peeps over there. I actually got in trouble too. I actually got sent to the hole for having a relationship with a freaking employee at the prison, yo. Like, serious stuff, yo. And it happens all the time, yo. You get people who snitch on you, dog. It's crazy how many people would get jealous, yo, and find out that you're having a relationship with a guard or you're having a relationship with a nurse, and they go snitch on you, dog. Like, for real, it's crazy. So let's get some medicine in. We're gonna go on about this crazy job that I had being a kitchen lead up in prison. Now, hey, one of the things I learned is that you can hold yourself to a certain standard when you're in prison. It's about your mindset first when you go in there, all right? You're gonna have to have the mindset of, you know, am I gonna go in here and be scared, or am I gonna go in here and do my time? Am I just gonna be who I can be, which is, are you gonna be a man? Are you gonna be a woman, you know, going into either a female prison or a male prison? Or are you gonna be, you know, someone who's going to be a pacifist? Or are you going to be someone who's going to just go with the flow? Are you going to be someone that's going to cause trouble? Are you going to be someone who's going to join up with a gang? Are you going to be someone who's going to find a job and do some work or go to school or even find a trade? What are you going to do? Me, I fell into the category of, I got in trouble and kept fighting the guards. I got in so much trouble. That's all I did, yo. I didn't have no problems with any of the inmates. My problem was with the guards. I have authority issues. So I would disobey the guards. I'd always get sent to the hole. I was always fighting the guards, yo. I was always getting maced. I was always getting beat down. It was like, for real, it was nothing for me to take the shield. And what the shield is, if you look back into my other videos, taking the shield is when you have the guards come at you, all of them deep, yo. It's called the goon squad, yo. They come at you with their shields on and their helmets and their riot gear, basically, yo. Their vests and all that shit. And they come up there and they beat your ass, yo. And you know when the goon squad's coming, yo, they're bringing a motherfucking ass whooping with them, dog. Hey, for real, cuz I ain't playing. I ain't proud of what I did in my 20s. I'm about to be 36 on Groundhog's Day, yo. I freaking done some stupid stuff. But hey, one of the best decisions I made was getting that kitchen job, because I made a lot of freaking connections like that, yo. My hustle was bringing food. My hustle was bringing condiments to people. People love the kitchen dog, man. People love the food. You know, there was a lot of people who didn't eat out of the kitchen. They ate out for commissary, and they needed things from the kitchen. You know, extra spices, extra milk, powder milk. They needed stuff for their shakes, for working out. They needed extra eggs. You know, whatever they needed, yo, I got that for them. That was my hustle. That was my thing. Other people did other things. Here was something else I did too, yo. Let's get some more medicine in. I also did something else too that was my hustle. You had to have a hustle up in prison, yo, especially if you didn't have people sending you money. And I didn't have nobody sending me money. I didn't have nobody sending me nothing when I was up in prison, dog. For real, for real. I had to do it for myself, cuz. I had to do it for myself, yo, just like I've had to do for myself my whole life. And I've had my father with me. And it's like that poem, yo, where it says that, you know, where you at, Father? You say you're here with me, Jesus. Where you at, yo? You say you're here with me through all these times. You know, I see these two sets of footsteps in the good times of my life, but where are you at? I only see one set of footsteps when everything is hard in my life. Where are you, man? And that's when Yeshua said, that's when I carried you, my son. That's when I carried you, dog. That's when I carried you. And I knew my father carried me through all of this. For I'm sitting here right now when I should have been dead a long time ago from either getting killed by somebody or freaking killing myself, yo, or even being shot by the cops. Y'all know that too. Cheers, y'all.
I'm going to take my time with you. I can't avoid this fight.
Let's get it. So one of the crazy things also about working in the kitchen. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell y'all the other hustle I had. The other hustle I had, yo, was you know, you had people who couldn't write. You had people who were illiterate up in prison. You know what I mean? You have people who are illiterate up in jail too. And jail and prison are two different things, dog. Jail is the county. Jail is where you go before you go to prison. If you get shipped up the state and you get shipped off the prison. Jail, you can go in there and be a weekender and just come in there and do weekends. And a weekender is someone who comes in from Friday until Sunday and does their time like that. And it adds up. You're called a weekender. All right. And then you got people who just do time in jail, or you have a part where the county holds federal inmates, you know, for the feds and shit like that. You know what I mean? So there's different fucking levels when it comes to this shit. All right. You got minimum prisons. You got medium security, and then you got max, and then you got super max. And I just got my tail kicked again, yo. So I started off, I've never been in minimum. I was never in minimum security. I went from freaking medium security, man, I'm baked. And that's where I did this job at in KSR and a couple of other prisons in North Carolina. Like I said, I've been locked up first when I was like 17 years old. Yo, I got locked up straight for 2 attempted murder charges and conspiracy to attempted murder. I mean, and I told y'all, brothers and sisters, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna put out my whole rap sheet. Y'all, let y'all see my whole rap sheet. Like dead ass. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna let everybody see that joint, y'all. So, yeah. Being in the kitchen, yo, for real, you got to eat. You got to eat the good food. All right, you got to hang out with some of the coolest people up in there, yo. You got to chill with the guards and whatnot. It was kind of like on Orange is the New Black. That's how working in the kitchen is. You have, you know, the kitchen leads. You have people who come in there and cook. You have the people who run the line. You have people who, you know, that was what I did. You know, you have people who went out and did clean up out on the floor. You know what I mean? Out on the floor is where other inmates are at. You got to go out there and clean up and whatnot. You know what I mean? So there were different situations when it came to getting your jobs, whether you worked in laundry, whether you worked as the barber, whether you were working in the education department, whether you were working up at the office, whether you were working them groundskeeping, whatever it may be that your job was while you were in prison, you know, or even in jail, if you was a trustee or whatnot. You know what I mean? You had that job right there, working in the kitchen as a trustee. You got extra trays. You got extra food. You feel me? That's something I never got to be, was a trustee, because I stayed in trouble, dog. I was always going to the hole because I was not a good inmate, dog. Let me tell you what. I was an unruly inmate. I kept always getting in trouble. I kept always going on suicide watch because I'm psychotic, yo. I'm crazy. I'm mentally ill. I know I am. I am not naive, man. I am not stupid. I know what I am. I know what I've been through. I know I'm not like my other peers. I know I got taken away from my mom when I was 2 years old and thrown straight into mental hospitals and group homes and foster care. And I've been through so much, you know, as a kid, through medication, through all kinds of tests that I went through, yo. I mean, I know the Nile's not only a river in Egypt, so I know who I am. All right? I know I'm not normal, yo, compared to my other peers who are normal mentally. I'm not stupid. So with that said, yo, I know the things that I've been through are not, you know, every day. A lot of people don't have to go through the shit that I've been through. You understand? And for me to still be sitting here right now talking to y'all and I have already freaking blown my motherfucking brains out or OD'd from pills, which I've tried to many times. Okay, by me not fucking being in prison for the rest of my life, which I should have been, but I've gracefully been pulled up out of that by the grace of God, by the grace of my Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. I'm not in prison right now, which I should be in prison right now, still doing time right now in motherfucking Tennessee. To be for real, I should be in Tennessee locked the fuck up right now, still doing time, but I'm not. So we're going to take some medicine on that one, yo. For real, brothers and sisters. That was the craziest job I had. The best job I had. Working in the kitchen, man. Kentucky State Reformatory in Kentucky, yo. That was a wild job. Brothers and sisters, I think I'm going to get up out of here. Hey, if y'all want some more of these crazy stories, yo, of the things that I've been through and things that I've done, make sure you get down in the comment section after this video is uploaded. I appreciate everybody that came by here and hung out during the live stream. I don't have the comment section up, but hey, come back after this video is uploaded and definitely get back in that comment section and let me know how you like the video. Well, that's it, brothers and sisters. I love every single one of y'all. We're going to get this medicine in, and I hope every single one of y'all have a great, happy, and enjoyable holiday. Okay? Happy New Year's to every single one of y'all that celebrate and observe the Gregorian calendar. Me, on the other hand, I go by the Hebrew calendar, so we already had our New Year's. It's called Rosh Hashanah. You also have the Julian calendar, so anybody who goes by and observes the Julian calendar, hey, shout outs to you too. Here we go, brothers and sisters. We're going to get up out of here. I love every single one of y'all, and I'm not being facetious about that. I'm going to go to bed finally.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I can't avoid this fight.
But first, I'm going to destroy this one right here. I got to. I've got to. While I'm holding this hit in. Let's hold this hit in. Come on. I'm holding the hit in. I'm holding it in. And then we're going to get up out of here. There's all kinds of crazy things you can get. I've had cannabis up in. I've done the story. Look back in the playlist. I got almost an ounce of weed up in the jail in Kentucky, yo. Not the prison, but the jail. Sure did. Come on. We're going to get up out of here after this one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, yo. You can have PlayStations up in prison too, dog. Bet y'all didn't know that. Video games, anything you want. You can get it, yo. Alright, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Y'all have a good one. For real, peeps. Appreciate everybody that came by and hung out. Like nobody's even here anyway. Oh, well. I'm out.